The state government reveals what caused this disastrous explosion off our northwest coast. Industrial war. Rio Tinto's train drivers refuse to cancel tomorrow's strike. Why 29 country sawmill workers could lose their jobs.
Live across Western Australia, Golden West News with Noel Brunning.
Hello, thanks for your company. Also, a country teenager gets a 6-month slap on the wrist for a one-punch attack, and a new theory in the investigation into the Qantas emergency near Exmouth. But to begin, it's been confirmed the explosion, which cut WA's gas supplies by 30%, was caused by a dodgy pipeline. The state government's released its final report into the explosion on Varanus Island, but the document leaves more questions than answers. Samantha Beach explains.
The report reveals the cause, but not the effect. This explosion on Varanus Island off our northwest coast cut WA gas supplies by a third.
A 16-year-old boy has been sentenced to a 6-month community order over a one-punch attack. We can't tell you the boy's name because he's underage. The 16-year-old pleaded guilty over an attack on 18-year-old Kane Munnings at Bunbury's Back Beach. Munnings was in a coma for 2 days, suffered a fractured skull and can no longer hear out of his right ear. The community order means if the 16-year-old boy gets in trouble again over the next 6 months, he can be resentenced over the bashing. A woman has died following a car crash in our Midwest. Police say her car may have run a stop sign. The 48-year-old Geraldton woman's car collided with this ute yesterday afternoon. She was taken to hospital but died a short time later from her injuries. The 70-year-old driver of the ute wasn't injured. 29 people have been told they'll lose their jobs in 3 months because their local timber mill is closing down. Timber company Guns says it's been forced to shut its mill in Yarloop because it can't afford to keep it open. The mill's been in the southwest town for 40 years and some workers have been there for nearly all that time.
Nobody's happy about it. It's the big question mark now hangs over everybody's head as to where and what comes next.
Aircraft investigators say Qantas Flight 72 plummeted towards the Earth not once but twice in a mid-air emergency over the northwest earlier this week. Investigators say there could have been a problem with the plane's autopilot system.
More than 70 people were injured, some seriously, when QF72 nosedived in mid-air on its way to Perth from Singapore.
Julian Poole for Golden West News.
Amazing. GWN Sport is next, and Troy, a country boxer, a fight away from a crack at the world title.
That's right, Noel. It is a big weekend for Kalgoorlie's Daniel Dawson. We'll have more for you next in GWN Sport. And sailors from all over the world get ready to race around Australia. 2 Country West Aussies have been rewarded for their brilliant year in sport at the Deadly Awards in Sydney. Darren's AFL star Buddy Franklin received an Outstanding Achievement Award for his stellar season with the Hawks. And Broom's Rahani Cox was named Female Sports Star of the Year for her silver medal performance with the Opals in Beijing. The Deadlies are a national ceremony celebrating Indigenous sports stars throughout Australia. Well, the Great Australia Ocean Race is just that, a sailing race right around the country. Sailors are nominating from all over the world and it'll start and finish in Albany next year.
Competitive sailors from around the world will soon be heading to country WA to take part.
And Noel, that is Friday Night Sports.
Okie doke, thanks Troy. Shauna has the weather next. Then in 7 News, prosecutors call for a jail sentence for a teenager who ran over a group of cyclists.
Hi everyone. Now the chance of a little bit of rain for the far south over the weekend. Otherwise it's going to be a warm couple of days ahead. Up in our north today we had some isolated thundery showers in parts of the Pilbara, mostly fine for the Kimberley though. Today's highest maximum 41 at West Roebuck, Curtin, Fitzroy Crossing and Bidjadanga, and our highest minimum 25. That was at Derby. Off to the south it was a very dry and sunny Friday for most of us at least. We had just a few isolated light showers near that western south coast. Overnight down to a rather chilly 3 degrees at Bridgetown and Albany Airport, and Esperance had the lowest maximum 17. Now here's the rain map, and it was again a patch through the Pilbara and up there on the West Kimberley coast. and that's where the highest recording was, 18 millimetres at Country Downs, and the satellite shows where it's all coming from, that cloud moving through in patches. You can see through here in the tropics there, cloud moving near a trough inland, but we're not getting much out of that. We've also got just some low clouds through skirting just parts there along the southern coastline, so putting that on the chart. This high in the south, keeping most districts fine and dry, and we've also got a trough you can see through those central parts. Now tomorrow's weak front should push some isolated showers through the southwest capes late in the morning, and the rain should extend to be southwest of a line Perth to Katanning to Bremer Bay by midnight. For the rest of the state, all are fine. However, that inland trough may cause some thunderstorms through parts of the goldfields. Until Sunday, some isolated falls reaching from Jurien Bay through to Esperance. That'll be late in the morning, but the rain should contract well back to the south coast in the afternoon, and thunderstorms over the goldfield should move east across through the Eucla in the morning into Monday. And yes, more fine weather, another high moving over the south. We might have some very isolated light showers along the south coast, otherwise all dry. And for our north, won't change much over the next couple of days, maybe just a thunderstorm or two. And for Tuesday, fine and warm through much of the south again. That's thanks to that high sitting there and developing in the bight. A trough down the west coast, not much else happening though. Onto the districts now. A fine Saturday for the Kimberley, fine and hot for the Pilbara. Karratha a top of 39 degrees. In fact, for most centres, it's high 30s right up into the 40 range. Take it easy, everyone. Sunday, maybe some thunderstorms to the far northern Kimberley. Now, hot inland for the Gascoyne, warm temps down the coast into the central west. Geraldton 23, Carnarvon a top of 27 for Sunday. We've got isolated showers, should start to clear off. The southwestern districts will have the rain moving in from the far southwest late in the afternoon towards evening. Now mostly isolated showers in that. Winds freshening and more westerly in the afternoon. For Bunbury 20, Manji looking at 18 degrees. Sunday still some isolated showers are forecast to be about. And for the goldfields, fine at first, thunderstorms developing later in the afternoon. Kalgoorlie still looking at a warm 34 degrees. Isolated thundery showers for the western Eucla, and the outlook, we've got isolated showers and some thunderstorms contracting well off to the east. Northern waters, now generally they should be light to moderate, but they will freshen up a bit in the afternoon and by evening for waters west of Barrow Islands and slipping right down through here to Carnarvon, while for southern waters and winds fresh to strong by the afternoon. That'll be for those waters sitting up here north of Jurien Bay. Strength also starting to pick up around that Capes area and then east of Albany. Let's check around the nation now. Now for Adelaide and Melbourne, you can see it all looks sunny, otherwise a bit unsettled with a possible shower or two. That'll be for Brisbane and again up in the top end there for Darwin. Perth though should be mostly sunny and a top of 21 degrees. I hope you enjoy your weekend. Good night.
Thanks, Shauna. You have a great weekend too.
Stay on GWN now for 7 News and Today Tonight.
I'll be back with an update a little later.
Have a great night. We'll catch you on Monday.
From all of our news team across the state, good night, Western Australia.